Okay, so let me check the amount of queries I made right now. 125 so far, right? So I have a lot of quota left, right? So right now let me open cursor again. We can make Affirmation app, right? So if I go to open folder and within the directory for cursor, here you can see Affirmation app, and I selected this particular folder. Right now, next thing is if I choose to create cursor rule in this, so cursor rules, and if I enter here, let me point to a particular stack that we wish to use, right? So use the particular stack. I can use white.js. If you want, you can also make use of other frameworks, like say if you are using Python, Django, and maybe use SQLite with it, that also works. You can also experiment with that if you want. Say Python, Django, and second I will use a SQLite database with SQLite 3 package, and third we can say we can use Bootstrap CSS. Rules, within rules I can say that do not use depreciated npm packages and code. Second thing, you can also mention do not delete any functional code file adding features, and guideline create index HTML endpoint for, right? Once you have this particular cursor rule, you can extend as much as you want. However, here I am picking up one of the simple rules here, right? Now the next thing is making sure to choose agent mode within your cursor. Then I will paste the prompt. See, I want to add Affirmation app that shows Affirmation every day, right? Or when button is pressed application, right? Also add to save their affirmations, set reminders for daily notifications, or say affirmation, right? Finally I can see send, and that should also work. We'll try and create a project. So here you see it has created its own requirement exe. Already have Python installed, so it won't have much trouble setting up everything else. So keep accepting the prompt. You may also notice that some of the folders that are being created here, like V, A and V, once it is done with that, it will go for the project. It may take a bit of time. As you can see, it is about to create its own scripts, right? Then we will have to set up our requirements, and it is downloading those packages. Most of those packages which are here, only one instruction was wrong, which is related to npm packages. Considering we are using Python, we don't need to use that. You can just save the cursor rule and run command again. notice that we have another new folder. Most likely it will take its requirement from that particular directory. You may also notice it will pop up some of the Visual Studio related extension suggestions. You can either go with that or ignore. It's not necessary to follow that. Okay, once everything checks out, you can accept all the rules and updates and then go for running the application. So you may also notice that regardless of the stack, you can switch between your language stack as well. So instead of JavaScript, you can move to Python as well and make it use their own frameworks and try to build something. Right? As long as AI is going to troubleshoot and debug, I don't see the problem in changing the stack either. You can easily change the stacks. Right, so here you can see you have all the features listed and all the updates there as well. Everything is working out right now. There is one more thing they have added, which is admin pie, considering we wanted to add user-based affirmations as well, so it is making that. So I have to do the migrations, which are going to be final, and it will start with our admin side. Okay, so we are not adding anything. We'll go with the username. It will also tell you if it is making use of any password or so on the admin side. But let it continue. Most likely it will finish with some backend features as well. I also got into few errors here, right, like line number 22, 13 and so on. So it's basically environment related errors on the import side. So let me fix this. I pass the error to the right, so it is attempting to fix things by creating super user and all, but I don't think it is fast enough to create the backend, so can at least get it to finish the app. Okay, basically it was asking me to create the admin level credentials, and once I got those, I can now run the commands. Okay, so basically it is asking me to wait till the backend is finished. Okay, it is showing me that developer server has started. I can simply refresh and get this. So here is the information. Okay, I can click get new and notice that it is showing me error. So I can post this error and say that clicking on new affirmation does not show new affirmation. Error is as shown below. Right, so if you try to post those error, most likely it will fix it and it will update. Okay, so it is doing the troubleshooting. Now hopefully it will also help generate okay, you are not kind of limited with one or specific ways to do these things, so you just have to let the app run, right? Okay, so ask it to okay, so it is basically going through bunch of ways to start the server, right? Notice that now the server is started, it will refresh on its own. So if I get this information, I can also see if I can add by clicking on new. I can also get the same page by clicking on login at the top, right? So I have to keep on adding informations and then it will kind of populate the app. We managed to do it faster with the help of Python, Django and SQLite 3 using cursor.